Okay, ready, go. Okay, ready, go. So the ball tends to go to the right slightly. Is that typical?
Yes and no. I go either right or I go left in a hook.
Go. The overall shape of swing is reasonably good here. So we only just, I think, need to work on the rhythm. So let's take a look at it again. So you have a good size of backswing here. But you see the tendency of a stuck elbow here on the way down. And then down the line view here. Oh. The backswing plane is reasonable. And then the cultivated position at the end of the backswing is also reasonable. On the way down, yeah, the elbow comes down here. And when that happens, you tend to throw the cultivate more outward. So when the swing plane is outward, then when you have good impact, it will give you slightly a block shot to the right. And then if you want to try to bring the ball inward, then you will have a low hook. So that's typically because of the direction of the swing plane. So when you start the downswing, your elbow is coming down quite a bit here. And then go back to the frontal view here. And so look at this posture. When you come down here, the pelvis is turning this way and then the elbow is following here. Instead of letting it go.
Okay.
So you're pulling the elbow down, and with that the body is turning this way. So that's why you cannot bring the clip more this way. It will go outward.
Okay.
So this habit is somewhat difficult to fix because it's already inscribed here. So you tend to come down this way. So we have to change this. So having a good image is important here. So from this position at the top here, if you bring the right arm down and then turn, then it goes like this. If you bring the right elbow slightly in front of your body, in other words, you just turn around, then extend the arm, then you go this way here, so you can clear this. Okay. If you drop the elbow, then it collides with the body here. So this is something we need to fix. So just to have the image of when you start the downswing, let the elbow go more in front of your body.
Okay.
It will clear the body. So nothing will obstruct your arm motion. But if it comes down here, it collides with the trunk here. You have to quickly move the pelvis, move the trunk away to make the space here. Otherwise, it will be completely stuck here. So you tend to go this way. That opens the pelvis early, and then it's coming down this way. Then you lose power here because of this. You know, the lower body has to support your upper body and create good speed, but it's colliding, so you want to avoid this. So you are just sliding and opening the pelvis and then coming down this way. Then the lower body cannot really help this time. So bring the elbow a bit in front of your body and clear the body. Okay. So that's the key. So let's start with the rope swing. So this is the 7-foot rope, nylon rope here. It's completely flexible. That means you cannot manipulate this with your hands. When you use a club, you can certainly manipulate the club motion by using the wrist, but this is impossible. So you have to guide it correctly. The whole body has to guide the rope correctly. And then someone suggested this expression, but you have to communicate with the end of the rope. You have to talk to the end of the rope. So because your goal is to move the end of the rope nicely around here. So your body will basically promote this motion instead of your body wants to do something. Always the goal is to move the end of the rope or club fast and nicely. Yeah. So you have to pay attention to motion of the end of the rope here. So in doing this, at the beginning of the downswing, there's no reason to do this. Because if your goal is to just throw the end of the rope fast, let the arms go in front of your body here. With that turn, that you can turn this way well. But if it's just going down here, you're going this way, then always it goes to the outward direction. So I stand on the mat and try to swing the rope back and forth continuously. See how well you do this. Communicate with the end of the rope. Your goal is to move the end of the rope nicely around your body. Let's go a bit faster both ways. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's good. So now you intentionally try to move your elbow in front of your body, so nothing obstructs your arm motion here. Mm-hmm. Now, so let's add more speed. So both ways, swing faster.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So let's say you are using a lightsaber. You are a Jedi, using a lightsaber, and you swing the rope. So perhaps currently what's happening is you have a wang, wang, wang. So when you move it faster, then it gives you a higher pitch sound here. So wang, wang. But then as you repeat this, eventually the feel you have developed is wang, wang. Okay. So you connect the backswing to the downswing. So here you have a continuous motion. So again, it's swing back and forth, make it fast enough, and then try to connect the backswing to the downswing.
Okay.
Always have that in mind, wang. Backswing is too slow, backswing is too slow. Speed up the backswing. Mm-hmm. Speed up, speed up, speed up. Still, you are putting a lot of effort in the downswing. But when you have faster backswing, the automatic downswing becomes fast. So your goal is, if your goal is to move the end of the rope fast enough around the body, then both ways. Okay. So when you move the rope fast, then you can maintain the tension. That means you're talking to the rope. Okay. If you lose the tension, it gets loose, then you lost the communication with the rope. Constantly communicate with the rope. That means you have to maintain the tension so that you can influence the rope motion continuously. Okay. But backswing, particularly backswing, it should be faster, more active backswing. Oh, so that fast backswing is good, but that doesn't mean you have a rushed downswing here. So with the fast backswing, the image you want to have is throwing the rope this way. Throw the rope and wait until the rope rests here, and then throw this way here. Instead of try to pull it down. Okay. Always have the image of throwing outward. Okay. And then, so as you throw the rope, the key is making the rope move fast, not about your body motion here. Okay. The goal is to move the end of the rope fast. Okay. So this is part of your body. This is part of your body, and then your goal is to move the end of the rope fast and nicely around the body, not your hand. So instead of putting a lot of effort in the body motion, feel the motion of the end of the rope. So body motion does not have to be that rigorous. Okay. Because your goal is to move the end of the rope nicely. Okay. Always focus on the end of the device you're dealing with. So that's why I use the expression, communicate with the rope, or talk to the rope, and make sure you move the end of the rope fast. Okay. Yes, yes. Yes, that's very different. Now you're moving the end of the rope a lot faster instead of moving the body, too rigorously. Okay, so again, communicate with the rope, talk to the rope, and then let the rope move fast around your body. Yes. Yes. That's how you generate the speed. Still, the body is making the rope move, right? But if your body is moving too much here, you fail to communicate with the rope, then you cannot really generate the fast rope motion. But the goal is to move the rope fast. And then the motion is fast enough, you start feeling the motion of the rope. This is good. All you need is just to have a continuous motion. Sure. So this swing is one continuous motion, both ways. Continuous motion. Let it go. Let it go. And in doing this, there are two goals here. One is moving the rope consistently on the same plane. You're already doing it, so it's not a problem. The second one, you have to wait until the rope goes around the body and then hit the chest here, and then start the downswing. So in the backswing, don't worry about the downswing. Downswing is a downswing. Backswing is backswing. So first you have to finish the backswing to start downswing. Instead of before you finish the backswing, try to go down. So in the backswing, the imagery you want to have is giving good wind up all the way here. And then let the rope go here. This is what you want. Instead of quickly pulling down. When you try to pull it down, then you tend to use arms, and then also you rush. So let it go all the way. So if your intention is to move the end of the rope around and then let it go here, when this is completed, then you start the downswing. But that motion shouldn't be completely stop here and then try to start again. It's a continuous motion and then let it go. Continuous motion and then let it go. So at the end of the backswing, instead of try to pull it down, try to give more wind up. Okay. Add extra wind up at the end of backswing. Again, feel the motion of the rope. Give more effort in the backswing. Ooh, let it go. 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 So here, Vijay Singh, Vijay Singh, Vijay Singh. You have exaggerated Vijay. That means that you want to have more time. So keep saying Vijay Singh internally, and try to control the tempo. So you need to have exaggerated backswing, continuous transition to the downswing. The backswing slows down. Keep the backswing faster. So Vijay, one thing important is Vijay, you have an accent. Vijay Singh, Vijay Singh, Vijay Singh, Vijay Singh. Yes, but now you see how fast the rope is moving. So let me record this. So it's important to communicate with the rope, talk to the rope, and then let it move fast. And then you can downplay your body motion. Because all your body does is initially accelerate here, and then you have to let the arms and rope go instead of keep moving your body. Okay, so continuous rope swing, but emphasize the backswing, fast backswing. Ready, go. Good. Okay. So now the connection is good, and then swing plane is fairly consistent. And then your right elbow is now going in front of the body, so it's not stuck here. So this is a big change. Actually, it was rather simple today. Now, if you look at the direction of the swing plane, it's slightly outward. Still is outward, right?
Uh-huh.
So now, let's try to control the direction of the swing plane. So what I'll do is I will stay in front first toward the target, and then I will move inward here. Then you have to throw the rope toward me, swing the rope toward me.
Okay.
So you have to consciously control the direction of the rope swing.
Okay.
So I will first start from here. Okay. You don't have to swing that hard. Without putting a lot of effort, you can still give a reasonable speed to the rope. So, backswing, but backswing should be a bit faster. Backswing should be a bit faster. Throw, continuous here. And then if I go over here, you have to now, you have to change something and then make sure you throw, yes. A bit more. Yes, a bit more. This is going this way. Because the rope was going this way and then later you try to turn this way, that's why the rope goes to the neck here. So you have to,
Towards the end.
you have to change the backswing plane here. So in the backswing, if the backswing goes a bit flat here, then naturally downswing will go outward. So you have to bring a bit higher here and then turn this way more.
Yeah.
So adjust your body motion, then comfortably throw the rope this way. Yes. So particularly in this case, you need to move your elbow in front of your body to turn this way. This is good. Yes. Yes, slightly outward here. So ultimately, this is the key for you. Okay? You should be able to move the club along this plane instead of this plane here. It's quite easy to go more outward here because you can go flat here and then bring this down, then your swing goes outward. Once you fell into this trap, it's hard to get out of it. But the only way you can change this is go up here. If you keep your hands a bit higher here, instead of going flat here, from here, move the elbow in front of your body, then the hands will come here. On this side, keep the hands a bit closer to the body. So let it go in front of the body and then go in this way, you'll be able to swing this way. Okay? So I'll turn the body and then throw the club more this way. So again, keep at the end of the backswing, keep the hands a bit higher. And then let the elbow go in front and then so turn around, bring the hands close to the body here, and then turn around. Yeah, this plane is now toward the target, not this way. So ultimately, you should be able to control the direction of the rope swing. Yeah. So if you want to go more square, then you are swinging this way. And again, in order to adjust this thing, you have to pay attention to the rope motion. Okay? So if the rope goes this way incorrectly or in wrong direction, it's hard to change on this side. The whole thing should be adjusted. So if you want to swing more square, so this is the rope motion here. If you want to go a bit more inward, you have to go this way. You see, already the rope is going this way here. Go up from here, coming down here. So whole thing should be adjusted. Like this. And then if you want to go more outward, this way, without changing the stance. So by moving the body, by changing the way you move the body, by guiding the hands properly, you should be able to control the direction. Then, when you realize that, I'm hitting, you have too much outward swing plane, you can quickly adjust it. But if you don't know what you're doing, repeat the same thing again and again, and then scratch your head. So, swing the rope. You don't have to put a lot of effort, but make sure you adjust your body motion so that you can nicely guide the rope along the direction you want to move the rope. So currently it's a square. Inward. Yes. Exactly. Very good. Yeah. So let's repeat this. Square, swing, swing, and the inward. Swing, swing, yes. Swing, swing. Very good. Now you have good control of the rope motion. So then you can also do it with the club. But when you work with the club, because it's a lot rigid, more rigid than this, then you start manipulating it with the hands, then it is a different story. But still try to guide the club using your arm and hand motion and the body motion. So here, swing, swing, and the inward, swing, swing, yes, swing, swing, very good. So this is square, inward, you see. Now you're nicely adjusting the direction. This is important. Then you own your swing. You own your swing motion because you can always control, change it the way you want. So if you want to have the draw shot, then obviously you have to have a slightly outward swing plane. Then you have no problem because you've done that, you know. And then if you want to have a slice of the fade, then you have to move it, a little bit inward, right? Then you can adjust the swing plane. So if you can adjust the swing plane the way you want, then it means you have good control. Now let's make the swing plane a bit flatter. Currently, it's a bit too stiff. Oh, that's from the end of the rope. A monster, you ripped this off.
Okay, swing plane flat.
Yeah, so try to, using the rope, try to reach out a bit more here.
Okay.
Instead of dropping down here, let it go more out. You are lifting it up. So make it flatter and then also make it inward. That's really good here. That's really good. So your swing plane tends to be a bit stiff, stiffer than the average. So that's why I asked you to make it a bit flatter. But initially, when you try to make it flatter, then you drop this side and then lift it up here. But again, it should be reasonably leveled here, so you can adjust the swing plane, but make it a bit flatter. From here, reach out more, then it'll be easier to turn around. But if it's too stiff, generally when you have a swing plane going outward, then you tend to have a stiffer swing plane, because it's coming down here, and then try to swing. So even if when you change the direction, still you have the tendency of a stiff swing plane, as I watch from there. Now, if you flatten your swing plane a little bit, then you have a reasonable swing plane. It'll be easier to turn around this way. So again, stand on the mat, and then your goal is to swing the rope toward this direction, toward the tee, and then keep it a bit flatter than usual. And with that, you have to also control the direction. Just outward, make it square, yes. That's outward. So when you start the downswing, if the elbow goes a bit too low here, then always you go outward.
Okay.
So even if you have a plane, this is what you intend, but if you drop this side, then the plane goes this way. With this motion here, the plane goes more outward.
Okay.
So here, when you start downswing, drop this less, and then just make it move in front of your body.
Okay.
So when you start well, so if you put the first button in the right position, then you will have everything in the right position. But the first one is a wrong spot, then.
It's all wrong side.
Yeah. So always at the beginning of the downswing motion, you have to guide the elbow and the hand correctly, so that without intentional effort, you can throw the rope toward the target. So the key is not dropping the right side too early, okay? So have the image of more turning around. And also one thing. So what we'll practice now is have the feel of throwing the rope here. So let's use the right arm only. Okay. So with the right arm only, if the hands are here, then remove the left arm here. Using the right arm only, you have a similar motion here. Go up here and then let it go. Throw, throw, throw here. You don't have to put a lot of effort over here. Currently, you are putting a lot of effort. Your right arm is going all the way here. But if you throw here, then the impact happens. After that, it's a follow through. You're slowing down. So swing, let it go, and then nicely finish it instead of all the way here. So let's practice throwing the rope using this motion here. And throw and then let it go. So swing, 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 swing here. So you have to accelerate here. Using this acceleration, you develop enough speed and then hit the ball here. Is that all? Okay. So see if you can throw. And then do not extend the arm too much because it never happens when you have both hands here. So about here. So what you do is just fold here and then let it go. Fold here and then let it go. It's too slow, too slow. So again, this is not done by your arms. No. This is not done by your arm. Your arm is typically just holding the rope. You have to use the body and then throw here. Use the body. Yes. Throw. But at the top, you are losing the tension.
Okay.
You have to maintain the tension. Again, if you want to keep communicating, if you want to keep if you want to keep communicating here, then still at the top you have to maintain the tension here. That means you have to let the rope go all the way here. If it moves in, you will maintain the tension. If you just drop it here, you lose the tension. Then it's hard to start the downswing motion. So maintain the tension, throw. Maintain the tension, throw. Maintain the tension, throw. So you should be able to throw here. But if you lose the tension here, then the body turns quite a bit. And then later try to do this.
Okay.
So when you make the backswing faster here, enough. And when the rope goes in here, you're holding here, so still you have the tension here. From that tension, try to throw. Here. Yeah, so you should have the rope going all the way here. Your goal is to hit the chest with the rope. Yes, that's better. Yeah. But still, you can do a bit more. So when the rope is straightened here, and then it goes here, then you maintain the tension here. Then it's easy to control the rope motion. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. So in my case, you see, you hear the sound here. So actually, rope is hitting my body. If it hits the body too hard, then you pain here, not that much. But still you have the feel of the rope hitting your body a little bit. That means that the rope has good tension. And then on this side up here, you don't have to pay that much attention. All your goal is to just throw on this side for the right arm here. Just to throw here. Throw here. then the rope will automatically go around.
Okay.
So in other words, also another image that may help is at the end of the rope, something is sticking here. Could be a sticker or a gum or whatever. You want to shake it off.
Okay.
By throwing fast here, you want to shake it off. You have the image of shaking it off. Yeah, now both hands. They have similar feel. Throwing, throw, throw. Yes. So then you don't have to put a lot of effort over here because the main action is coming here. So when you use the club, you can have this kind of feel here. Or this motion. Because what the body does is accelerate the whole body here, and then toward the end of the downswing, you're adding the arm motion, the wrist motion, then let it go here. So essentially, using the momentum developed here, you are throwing everything. So you don't have to swing hard in the follow-through. So try to have the image of throwing the rope. Have good acceleration here. For that, you have to maintain good tension here so that you can move the rope right away. So you get both hands, but have the image of throwing. That way also it's easier to control the direction because you are throwing to the target or throwing slightly inward, throwing slightly outward. When you have a good intention here, then automatically your body responds. Maintain the tension at the end of the backswing. Currently it's outward, so adjust the plane. So one reason why naturally your swing plane goes outward is because of your elbow position at the end of the backswing. When you lift your elbow here, then always you bring it down here and then let it go this way. Or when you lift it, then it goes backward here. That the only way you can come down is this way here. So it is important to keep the elbow not too far back here.
Okay.
About here. So when you do a swing, here, try to keep your arms against the chest here. Okay. In front of the chest here. So if you keep it tight this way, and then let's do the backswing. If you turn from here, and then your elbow is here. When you have the image of keeping this tight. It's not against your side of the trunk here, okay? But more front side, so it's pressing against the chest here. From here, if you bring the arms here, then naturally the right arm stays in front of your body here, in front of your chest, like this. So when the elbow is here, okay, this is a good position here. Then you can easily bring this in front of you and then throw. But if this elbow is lifted here at the end, coming down and then going outward that way. So again, pay attention to the right elbow position. So as you swing back in the backswing, try to keep the arms against your chest here, as if there is a ball or something in the middle here. Okay. So that way, your right arm does not go backward too much. It's going backwards here. So turn the shoulder a bit more. Turn the shoulder a bit more here, and then here. It has to be here, or this way, in front of your chest instead of this way. Okay. Yeah, this causes all this trouble. Again, watch from here. And also in the backswing, you use your right arm here, this way here. In the backswing, you just turn around and throw the rope around your body. So here, in the backswing, if you let the rope go around your body, naturally you go here. But if you lift your arm here, then go to this position. You have a tendency of lifting this right arm. So let it go around. Again, in the backswing, you are trying to move the end of the rope around the body like this. This is the position instead of. So this arm is moving the rope here. So use the body turn. And also, the image you want to have is this, how you move the right elbow. So at the setup position here, put your left hand underneath your elbow here, okay? And then, so this is kind of plane here. And as you move the elbow along that plane here. Then you will go to here, okay? So again, from this position here, turn, yeah. Then you see your elbow cannot go out. So turn, oh, you're lifting the, so you don't have to move the arm much, because if you turn the body, yeah, over there, and then you're simply flexing the elbow here. Use the body first. So when you have, so from here, when you have slightly turned the body here, if you start from here, then it'll be easy. Turn the body, and then flex the elbow a little bit. No need to lift the arm. Yes. Then automatically your elbow goes there. Yeah. Turn the body and then flex the elbow. So yeah, the motion is, the reason why I can throw the rope fairly well is because I use my arm a lot. All I do is go to this position, and then using the body motion, throw. So let's do this. So keep your left hand underneath the right elbow, and not that far, your hip. Yeah. And then when you start the backswing, turn the body, and then the arm will go here, and just to flex the elbow. Yeah. Swing, and then throw on the way down. Throw, yes. Yeah. So you can certainly throw the rope well. But if your elbow goes out here, it causes a lot of trouble. In order to do that, you have to lift the arm this way. So in the backswing, you are lifting the arm early, but instead use the body motion, and then add the arm motion toward the end. And also in that process, as you go this way, if you do the supination of the forearm, then it will help to go to this position. If you have supination here, then you don't have to lift this, because it will go this way. If you look at the direction of the thumb, basically the thumb is pointing backward here, because if you turn the body 90 degrees, then now my thumb is going toward the target. So you have the feel of moving the thumb toward the back here. At the same time, you turn the shoulder here. Then your thumb is going that way, right? So with this supination. So again, throw here, and then swing, go here, and then swing. Make it continuous. So use the body to turn and throw. Use the body, turn and turn. But still, with the elbow here, you can still throw the rope quite well. You don't have to go all the way here. So only when you have the image of hitting the ball with the arms here, then you try to bring the arms high up. But if you start using the body here, and then throw, and throw, and throw. So use the body more rhythmically, and then using the body turn, guide this, and then at the end is add arm motion here. So now both hands. And then again, feel that there is something underneath your right elbow. And then turn the body first, and then bring the elbow, the supination of the right forearm. So at the top, your hands here. At the top, your hands are slightly pointing this way here.
Okay.
That means your elbow is going out here. So try to turn this. This is supination motion here. So on the way back, yeah, try to introduce this as you go. If you introduce the supination, this cannot go this way.
Okay.
So with this, at the end of the backswing here, your thumb is more pointing toward the target.
Okay.
The key supination motion. Yeah. So that will limit the backward motion of the elbow to a certain extent. Mm-hmm. As you repeat, you're going backwards more and more.
Okay.
So when your elbow is, from the beginning, if your elbow is more in this position here, it's easy to bring the elbow in front of your body and then turn this way. But elbow goes back here, starting from there, you're going low here. That's why you're going outward. So the right elbow and the right-handed motion is really important in terms of adjusting the swing plane. So you have to consciously work with the elbow position and the hand position there. Mm-hmm. So this is something you need to practice in the maybe next couple of weeks. I think it'll be okay, as long as you have the intention to work on this. And then the easiest way to do this is give supination here to the level you feel a bit excessive here. When you have a lot of supination, this cannot go this way because your goal is to move it this way.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, both hands swing fast enough both ways, and then adjust the swing plane. Throw the rope toward me. Make sure so you have, as you swing back and forth, you have to know whether the rope is moving the way you want. Your goal is to throw the rope toward me. Yes, yes. Now the right hand motion looks a lot more comfortable. It's coming down this way, and then because there's enough space here, coming down here, just nicely turning, and then you're letting it go. But if it goes down here, then the body blocks the arm motion that you must have with outward swing. So work on the force. Let me watch from here. Now continue swing back and forth. Make it a bit faster. Keep the right elbow in front of your chest. Okay. Still in the front of you, you will see that your elbow is still going backward. So this is something you have to consciously work on for a while here. So you see. Keep the right elbow in front of your chest. Okay. If you repeat, if you look at the right elbow, it's behind the shoulder. But now the right arm motion is a bit better in the backswing. Earlier you tend to use the right arm intentionally, but now you're letting the end of the rope go around your body. Yeah. The key is moving the arms more this way here. This way instead of this way. Yeah, so turn the arm. Still, it won't hurt in terms of the speed. Even if you keep it in front of your body, then this will give you the opportunity to move your body first, and then throw the arms. Because the elbow is in front of your chest here, so on the way down, nothing obstructs the motion of the elbow here. So you can throw the elbow the way you want here, going this way, more outward, or more square because it's here. But when this goes back here, then it's a problem here. On the way down, it hits here, then it has to go outward. From this position, it's hard to turn this way. because of the arm position here. So this alone causes a lot of trouble. So the best is to have excessive, initially you can have excessive supination here. In order to have excessive supination, the elbow should stay here and then turn more this way. Then it will limit this motion here. And then, when you put the camera here and then you record your motion and see the direction of your hand. So here, at the top of the hand, if the elbow goes backward, then you will be able to see the back of the hand. Okay? But if you have good supination here, and then you keep the elbow more laterally here, then you cannot see your back of the hand from this direction.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a way to figure out whether you are doing it right or not. But the key is, you can feel the difference. If you bring this back here, then you can do just so much here. But if you keep it here, then you have a lot of possibility here in terms of moving the body.